cottage vibes and thrift flips, you guys. Even moving into fall, you guys. Let's go ahead and start some fall crafting as well. But for this first project, I needed something to hold my ILD stuff in my little craft room in my room, actually. So I'm taking this galvanized piece to here that I probably thrifted it or got it from Cindy, but we're going to come in this beautiful Dixie Belle olive wood color, which is this nice sagey kind of green color with a hint of a little taupe color underneath. That makes sense, but it's just a beautiful color. And I'm going to go ahead and give this 2 thorough coats, making sure I get that inside where you can actually see. And I'm not going to worry about the rest. And you guys know where to get these. You can go ahead and look up them in the description. I have my affiliate link to Julie's Designs and Signs. Go ahead and shop any IOD or products that I use here today. So after the 2 coats, this is where we're sitting at. And then I come in with this March This Floors IOD pack. And there's a lot of possibilities in here, but I love the way the sage green and purplish colors here kind of go together. And I know I said fall, but we're going to go ahead and finish this piece and move on to more of a fall transitioning. But I'm just going to layer these pieces up. And if you notice, you can use these IOD transfers any way you want. I went ahead and added them and cut them and angled them and position them the way that I want them on my piece. So you notice that I started this one at the bottom, and then you want to make sure you burnish that in, and that is just a fancy way of rubbing on that plastic onto your transfer to make sure everything is adhered nicely. Then we come in with some deeper tones and some purples and greens here with those leaves, and I think this is kind of a little bit transitioning maybe, but remember, this is going for my craft room, so I'm not really worried about a fall theme here. But these are just easy ways to upcycle and recreate some great thrift flips by you just using these IOD transfers. Look how simple and easy, just rubbing them on and then burnishing them in. And once I'm done, I come in with some dark Minwax wax here and I layer that up, giving this a beautiful aged look. So here is that finished look, but imagine this in other places in your home, in your cottage home. But like I said, I already added some ILD pieces in there, mostly for all the pieces that are scattered around. But look how cute this would be, even if you put some florals in there, even for pumpkins, if white pumpkins, you guys. The combinations of what you can do with this is endless, but think of it in a cottage home like this with some towels folded in. I just love that look as well. So let me know what you think of this one down below. I picked up this fabric at Hobby Lobby. I just thought it was a beautiful plaid green color, and we're gonna make some fabric pumpkins with this. You wanna fold your fabric in half, and you wanna find a surface, a round surface that you can trace. I'm just using a plate here and a Sharpie. Once you have that down, you can cut out your 2 panels to create your pumpkin. Now, I'm just following that black line, and then once I put these together, I'm using hot glue here, and I'm just going to make a circle around the edge, leaving a little gap along. Fold my fabric in half, adhere one side, and then fold it back down to adhere the other. Now you guys, your circle may not look perfect, so I'm going to come in and slit the little edges here and then pull it to the right side. So once I have this all out, like I said, see, my circle does not look perfect. We're going to go ahead and fill that with polyfill. But I wanted to show you, even though your circle may not be so perfect for even those newbie crafters, it's still going to come out like a cutie patootie pumpkin. So once you have that all stuffed with your polyfill, you want to seal that little gap with some more hot glue. Now, I usually would do this on my machine, but mostly for DIY purposes here, I want to show you a way that you can do the hard part with your glue gun, and then we are going to sew this because this gives you that look that you wanted, that tight look where the inside pulls. So I'm just getting my needle and thread, and I'm going to add the center knot. So we're just going to loop that string through and tighten that. And once you got that center, you want to go ahead and start wrapping your string or your thread and go through the center all the way around through your pumpkin and make that pleat. And then you want to go ahead and pull that knot again in the center where you're putting the string through the loop. And then you want to get your 4 pleats going on here, so it's going to look a little bit like a hot mess here. And then once you have that done, you're probably going to have to rethread your needle again, and then you're going to continue that process, making those pleats, looping it in the center and knotting in your fabric. So this is how it's going to look. I'm going to do the rest off camera, and this is where we have. And you notice pumpkins are not perfect, so you don't want a perfect look, but you're going to go ahead and squeeze and form that to the way you want. Glue any pieces that didn't quite make it. Tighten any pieces. If you need to put more string or something, you can go ahead and do that as well. So I am coming in with an old crib spindle, and that's what's going to be my center stem, but you can be as creative as you want with your stem. I'm just going to dab some hot glue on both the dowel and the center, and we're going to hold that into place while that sets and dry. And then here is where I'm just going to decorate the top of my pumpkin, making some bows, bringing in some brown velvet. And be creative with your loops. If you have a little bit of an imperfection, you can go ahead and camouflage that as well, putting your ribbon and bows and greenery in those areas. So we're just going to go ahead and create our little bouquet of items on the top, add a cute little button, and then you guys, we're going to finish it off with a tag and add a number. I don't know what it is with me and numbers. I just think it's a cute addition to any little piece. And then once I have everything glued on, our pumpkin is done. Now I'm going to show you, if you don't want to sew, it won't come out the same with the same tightness or that tight pull in the center, but we're just going to do the same technique, instead just looping your fabric or your string or your twine or whatever, getting those 4 pieces, adding a little bit of glue in the center, and then coming in and adding the rest as well. But if you notice here, it doesn't have that pull. That's what I'm talking about. But that's another way to do it. So there's the one pumpkin with our fabric, and there's the one pumpkin we sewed in the center. What do you guys think of these? I think they're adorable little cottage elements to anyone who incorporates those cottage shabby elements like I love. Let me know down in those comments, is this a win? And would you put these in your home? For this project, I'm going to take some of these images that I created from my subscription group, printed them on rice paper, and bring it in this vintage bottle. We're going to give this a softer blue vintage kind of vibe for fall. So let me know if you like that softer cottage blue kind of white kind of thing going on. So we're just cutting up that rice paper, and here I'm measuring out where I want my white paint to go, because if you put a white paint base on the back of your rice papers or your images, it helps that piece pop and the colors pop a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing here, making sure that I thoroughly dry it. Once we have it dried, we can go ahead, come in with our little bit of Mod Podge, and then add our beautiful image. Now, if you guys are interested in joining that subgroup over on Facebook, just look up Emily's Upcycled Home subscription group and you will find it. Go ahead and clean up your bottle as well. You don't want any extra Mod Podge. And then we're going to come in with some fabric here and create a beautiful rustic cottage bow. Now, if you want and interested in a bow tutorial, I do have one listed. It's the same process for every bow, small, big, large, whatever style you want. So I go ahead and double knot this, and then we're going to add this cute little bow to the back, to the top of our bottle, just tying that. And then I did come in with a little bit of glue and dab it just to hold it in place where I want it. Tied that up, and then I came in with these beautiful fall little foliage pieces that I actually found at Target. So you guys pick these up at Target. They're beautiful, soft little wispy pieces. And I added a little button, of course. And because I thought this was a little bit romantic cottage fall piece, we came in with a little key. And you guys, look at the finished look. I just love the combinations of colors together, that blue, that fall piece, and of course the vintage bottle even pops out here as well. So let me know what you guys think of this one down in those comments. And once again, head on over to Emily's Upcycled Home for more DIY inspiration.